Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
Hoping for a little bit of Zoe action, but you know what? After the last game, I don't blame them for just locking in this intro for Scout. He looked amazing on it. Feels like a really comfortable composition for EDG.
This was very easy for JJ to be able to secure this one, and now we're going to see if EDG, can take this advantage, push it to its max, and truly snowball. But hitting on that Corki pick, right, this is why we didn't anticipate it or expect it to come when we saw draft, because it is so punishable, but Flandre might be punished himself.
In trouble. He's pushed too far up the lane. Wei looks for the stun. Will be able to find it. One more auto from Xiao, who flashes for the kill. And the Emperor of Spring is here to make his mark.
Yep, Wei respecting Hecarim as well. You have Ghost. He's low. He has Flash, but I don't think it matters. I think you have the damage.
Cryan's doomed on this one. There is the ulti stunt available. He's just going to let JJ do it. Doesn't need to risk his life. Doesn't need to do anything silly. Cryan doesn't even get the Emperor of Spring ahead. He's on the Gnar, and Flandre's looking for the all-in, but he can't win the 1v1 right now. Xiaohu's quite handedly winning this one. Gets the Hyper, has the Boomerang, and he might just be able to finish off the kill by himself. The stun comes through from Wei at the end for an assist, but let's be honest, that was pretty much a 1v1.
I also love how consciously Wei is making the effort to make sure that Xiaohu gets all these kills. They want Xiaohu to be the big carry. The sad thing for RNG...
You're saying, but the Drake so far, that first one did go the way of EDG. Wei trying to make something happen onto Mako, but again, he's on that Rakan. Might be able to jump away, but the Pulverize stops it. Mako jumps on out. The shield isn't enough. And the kill goes the way of Ming. Wei, knowing that he can't just sit on the Gnar all game. Cryan moving in, but he doesn't really do a whole lot of damage just yet. Xiaohu's about to hit Mega. That's a good scat of the week, and Cryan is real low. In goes Xiaohu and sets him up for Cryan to knock him down. But Cryan went down, actually, and Xiaohu's in trouble. Scout's still going strong in this fight. It's all gone wrong for RNG. The fight that they started blows up in their face. Now Mako's in trouble. JJ trying to get his support out to safety. All things considered, it's a 2-for-2. They've got a Scuttle Crab, a Herald as well, to look for a tower and Flandre. I think he's not long for this world, unfortunately for him. Xiaohu finishes that kill off. Nicely done by the RNG top jungle duo. And once again, you see Wei gifting a whole heap of gold over to Xiaohu. He just has to walk in range, get a couple more autos. The Demolish will finish the tower. And that'll be the first tower of the game taken by RNG. And with that, the gold lead as well. So EDG off of the back of these early advantages, especially how much damage Scout is going to be doing right now as he's getting close to finishing the Ludens.
It's really interesting, too, because both teams have poke they can throw at the enemy, right? You have the rockets coming out from Cryan, but you have the orbs as well as the accelerated shock blast coming out from EDG. Xiaohu goes in.
Knocked away by the Scat of the week, but it doesn't matter. Scout is taken down. Mako trying to flee for his life. I feel like I've said that 1,000 times this game already. He will survive, but RNG now move towards the Herald.
I think most important thing is as well, Ming still has his ultimate, so can serve as that engage, can serve as that front line, but they need to start building up Xiaohu's Rage Bar again, He also needs to be a... Ming goes in!
Ming just goes in for it. 4v5 here. Featherstorm across the team. EDG health bar's low. It will be 1-for-1 though, ultimately. It's still okay. Viper is still going strong. Herald about to reset here, and it's not going to be smited out.
Who we're looking at right now, setting up for this dragon.
Xiaohu trying to move in. He's about to hit Mega, but he's knocked up. It's going to be a knock-up only onto Mako, but that's still a pick. Scat of the week, again, is huge from Scout to deny the follow-up from RNG. And Flandre is just off to the side. Even though EDG lose a member, they're kind of fine because they can just continue to poke out in these skirmishes. They don't need the all-in. Another Scat of the week here. And now with the TP coming through, can they actually stay? EDG playing with fire just a little bit. Xiaohu exhausted in mini Gnar. The whole team spotted out by the blue trinket. Ming takes another hit, another Void Seeker. EDG still contesting this. Ming is real low, and EDG want themselves a 4v5. Xiaohu about to turn Mega again, but his ult is on cooldown. Dragon goes the way of RNG, and now they get straight out of dodge.
Ooh, they're going to find it. Scout of the week does hit, but no... Oh, God, Viper does it!
Viper the sniper! What a... Plays. It's time to show up on this Kaiser. He's set up for success. He's looking great so far today. Can he be the difference maker as RNG siege down in the mid lane? They get themselves a tower. Scat of the week flashed away from. And Xiaohu will turn Mega, but he will not have the opportunity to to do it while he's jumping in.
Oh,
Gala
God.
takes a shock blast as well. And honestly, with that early damage, maybe this is just Drake giving over. Xiaohu's recall does have TP available if he wants to commit, but it does feel like that would be a bit of an overextension. And do you know what? On that thought process and at risk of being flamed Corki, it doesn't feel like they're in a position where they really want to force fights. But then again, I've been wrong before, Lyric. Flandre is caught out, has to flash. Wei trying to chase this one down, but changing forms. Wei flashes underneath the tower, has a lot of damage to himself. Xiaohu Gumba stomps Flandre to finish the kill, but it's answered as Viper flies in. He doesn't need AP to carry this game. Xiaohu actually gets out with his life, though, and it's a 1-for-1.
Yeah, the cavalry from RNG showing up strong. I was almost sure he was
That is a lot of damage from Flandre. He's 0-5 and he's still one-shot people. Here we go. Huge engage from Ming. That could be the opportunity, but Ming's maybe stepped too far. He's pretty tanky, though, and Flandre's the first one to go down. RNG get a good start to the fight. Scout looking for a stun here. The rest of the team, and once again, somebody goes down early. Flandre can rejoin the fight. EDG getting rid of some wards and grouping up for this one, but RNG know that they can just start this one off. Xiaohu jumps in with the Mega Gnar. The ultimate's coming out. Cryan gets out with his life, and Scout has fallen. Mako has fallen. Everybody has fallen. Viper, the carry that EDG needed, cannot carry 4v5, and the Drake goes the way of RNG.
And that was not only Dragon, but also going to be a Baron for the side of RNG. And, you know, prayers to the V5 gods, but really nice engage coming out from RNG, Ming and Xiaohu. And then especially the package that Cryan got to put down was layered on top of every single member of EDG.
It's so beautiful to see. And Cryan bringing out this blind pick Corki. He didn't know the matchup he was going into. He got destroyed in the laning phase, but it doesn't matter, because when it matters the most in these team fights, fighting, they have a huge gold lead to work with. They've got 2 Drakes. They got the Baron, importantly. Scout pushing up in the top side at least gets a tier 1, but he's trading a lot for that because they just can't clear the waves here. They can't deal with the Baron. It's a good shock blast from Flandre. JJ is off on a flank. Maybe he can get a good ulti. Gala's the target. Featherstorm keeps him alive for now. The ulti's still not able to come out from JJ. He just goes down. He never gets to use it. Scatter the Weak is there. RNG might be on the cusp of finding their way to the final. The pick on the enemy jungler isn't quite enough. They don't pull the trigger just yet. They move towards the bottom side instead and look for another inhibitor.
Man, Flandre might be 0-6, but his poke is doing so much work in these 10 situations. He's chunking them down low. He's forcing them off a lot of objectives, as we see there. Still, really massive win for RNG to get 2 inhibitors down. Xiaohu might be caught out, though.
They want to find the pick. It's Xiaohu, the Emperor of Spring himself, has been caught out. Maybe this is the moment. There isn't any neutral objectives up, but RNG are going to use this as momentum. Way happy to tank the tower. Recall's coming out from EDG, but this is going to be a 3rd inhib. They can't get back in time. Sure, you've killed Xiaohu, but what does it matter when your base is in shambles? In they go. JJ steps on forward, has a little bit of healing, but he just goes down. This is 4v4. The rest of the team isn't here, and RNG are winning out. Flandre now trying to survive. Viper looking for a kill onto Wei, and RNG are stuck inside the base. Or maybe the base is stuck with them because the towers are going to start falling. RNG forced to fight. Scout still going strong. Cryan trying to get the damage out. Featherstorm used now as Viper has to be the carry. Scatter the Weak goes down onto Cryan, but Scout's caught himself. He goes down now. It's Viper and Flandre to hold EDG's hopes high. Can they do the impossible? Down go the towers. RNG, they want the redemption after a year's slump. They come back. The Emperors of Spring have done it, and RNG make it to finals.
What an insane...